after looking at Sunday's film, what do you feel like you guys need to clean up on offense?
Just everything, honestly. There's a lot to learn from. Personally, I got to go out there and get more separation, find a way to get it faster, and then, play my part and helping us become the offense we think we can become. And at the end of the day, our windows, dwindling. So we got to do it right away.
How does it go from the week before against the Texans, where you guys lit it up in the second half, to that type of performance? What do you think is a key difference?
I feel like we had a lot of good matchups in the Texans game. We took advantage of them. I feel like earlier this week I said we did what we were supposed to do when we played against them, right? And all of a sudden, this team did a little better job showing us things that they weren't doing. They ended up bailing out of it at the snap, just doing different things pre-snap to fog up the look once we get into the play, and all of a sudden we're playing from behind a little bit too, so it just puts that much more pressure on us. But we got to embrace that. We got to find a way to play our best football when it's needed. And at the end of the day, we there's some different elements involved. We're not at home. I don't know. I don't want to make excuses. At the end of the day, they got after us, and we definitely got to figure it out.
Aaron, with the situation you guys are in, how much does this group in here look to Aaron to? I mean, it's all of you guys, obviously, but as the guy who's kind of the leader here, how much do you think guys look to him to see, where you can take this and get out of this?
He's a quarterback, man. That's the the what's the word I'm looking for? The catalyst, the man. That's the man. Thank you, Otis. So you're always looking at your quarterback to see what the plan is, how we're going to attack these dudes. And with that said, I don't think he's ever been in this position before, 3-7 either. So we're all trying to figure this thing out together. Is the truth of it. And at the end of the day, we all got to look in the mirror. We can't be looking at someone else for how we're going to go about this, because that's not reality. We all got here for a reason. We're all in this position because we can play ball, right? And you trust in yourself. You have that confidence in yourself to get yourself out of this hole we put ourselves in. So, I know that's my mindset. I feel like that's the rest of the guys as well. We're not looking for anyone to save us.
Garrett, what is your approach with 7 games to go? How do you look at things?
I got to find a way to go, play my best football down this stretch is how I look at things. I kind of just said, but just play my best version of myself, do what they're asking of me, and play my part in helping us win games. So whatever that is, and that's my approach to these last 7 games. How can we, finish this thing on the right foot and see where that puts us at the end of the season?
How much does this team believe that you're still a playoff team? You still have a shot?
We can't really look at it that way. I mean, at the end of the day, we've always thought of it that way, but you got to handle your week-to-week business. You got to handle this stuff week to week and see where you stack up at the end, right? And that's even more put under the microscope now all of a sudden when you are 3-7. Let's just go put our best version of football. This is the game we love. We're blessed to be in this position. Let's go make sure that we're taking advantage of and relishing, every opportunity because it is a blessing. And, we really got to take this thing week to week. We just got to find a way to battle back and approach every game like it's the championship. Because the truth of it is, if we drop one, those odds just keep getting worse. So I don't know. I don't want to say you can't look at it like that, but you kind of can't just because of the position we put ourselves in. And as a prideful guy, I just want to make sure I'm playing my best version of football.
What's the trick at 3-7 not to get sucked into that and to go out there on Sunday and let loose and have fun and do what you just said? The things you're playing these games as you have kids. How do you avoid not getting dragged down by the bigger picture of the record and all that kind of stuff?
Just remembering all that stuff. Remembering that younger kid version of yourself that wanted to be in this position, that wanted to be playing football at this level. The person that you think you are, right? You got to prove to yourself every day that you're that guy. And if you fold up and if you just fold when you're 3-7 and when the odds are stacked against you, all of a sudden you're probably not that person you thought you was, right? So that's how I see it. I got to find a way to tap in everyone can be happy, everyone can be smiling and go out and give they all when they're 8-2 or 10-0, whatever it may be. But can you dig deep and get the same thing out of it when you're 3-7, right? And that's the definition of a man. So we really got to find a way to conquer this. We got to be our best in adversity, and we've had some. So we got to find a way.
How do you guys get more explosives in the offense? You kind of did in the second half against Houston, but against Arizona, it looked like you guys were getting drives and drives and drives, but it wasn't the explosive plays that put points on the board.
Yeah. You got to find your matchups and go at them and hope that person can, make that play, right? When your play comes, I know personally I got to look at it like sniper mentality. When my play comes, when I get the opportunity, how can I make it? And that can be detrimental sometimes. All of a sudden, you put all this stuff on your shoulders instead of maybe just playing football like we love and trying to be the one to make the play. All of a sudden feeling that pressure of not having the explosives. That's the reality of it. But with that said, you still got to find a way to just go make it, man. If I had a good answer, I don't know.
Garrett, do you think that any of the preseason hype and the way that people were talking about before the year, maybe what this team looks like on paper, did it get to you guys a little bit maybe on the start here?
Personally in this locker room, I don't know. You kind of just see the moves you make, and you know where we were at, and you think that you're making the right things to take that next step, right? So we had hype in here because we thought we had put in the work. We thought we had filled all our holes, right? But I would say that's more to the outside world where they let that play into us. At the end of the day, I could say what I want, but we are what we are. We 3-7, right? So. It doesn't matter. Do I think we got all the stuff in here to fix that? Do I think we shouldn't be where we're at? Yeah, but that's what it is, right? And I'm sure that's my bias playing in. I love these guys, and I know how much we put in. I don't look at us as a losing team, losers, whatever it may be. But the reality of it is that's what we put on film. The one thing I take away from it and feel power in is that we can fix it, right? And I got to play my role in that to the full extent, You were trying, yeah.
Are kind of in a similar position in terms of trying to turn things around this week.
Yeah.
What have you seen from them defensively?
Yeah, 23 Kenny Moore has been a player that I've been watching for a long time, and ever since I've gotten in the league, has also just kept it up. He's a great player, really involved. I got some of my dogs over there, Nick Cross and Jalen Jones, guys that I've known for a while that are real good players and young guys that I know are going to be flying around, excited. And they got a good group. The front seven is actually, let me specify, the D-line is really good. They do a good job with their looks and mixing it up and finding a way to get pressure on the quarterback. So we got to be ready for all that. And I'm just excited to, get to see my guys and have an opportunity to, play ball again.
Gary, you talked about the privilege of being at this level. Everybody dreams of getting here. When you hear that people say that there wasn't that energy coming out of the start of the Arizona game, what's your reaction to that? Because to get to this level, you would think there would be energy every week to be able to go out and play.
Yeah, I got asked this a couple of days ago. I think, and just from my experience, I think we took the field with the same amount of energy Arizona had. Whether they, even they're playing at home, they got their fans to feed off of. We don't. But I think as far as when the game blew the whistle or when the coin toss went off, we had the same amount of energy as they had, and it's from that point on, it's like the players that are out on the field getting those opportunities to maintain that and bring more energy and make their plays and do things good on the football field to maintain that energy and bring it even higher, right? Because at the end of the day, it's contagious. If you're making plays, if you're showing emotion after you make those plays, but you got to make the play in the first place, huh? And there wasn't a lot of that on Sunday. So all of a sudden you look on the sideline, it may not look as energetic as the other sideline, but at the end of the day, it was 21-6, right? So they feeling good, and I've been on both sides of that. So just I don't look into too much. I know personally I was excited to go out there and play a football game, if that's the consensus on us, then we got to find a way to fix it. But just from where I stand and what I've seen this season, I'm not going to sit here and say that, we got to find a way to have some, energy to get some pseudo-confidence. This confidence comes from going out and playing good football. And once we do that, I think that'll take care of itself,